Yeah, not from her core. Yeah, yeah. I assumed the charge so your record stayed clear, so when custody surfaced it wouldn't interfere. Structured the outcome before it arrived, so you'd have a position that legally survived. We relocated proximity back into reach, reestablished access you said you would need. Now it's over a year, no petition, no claim, no procedural effort to alter a thing. You assert there's no pathway, no viable route, like the system itself has excluded you. But I've seen you allocate time and resource when the outcome aligns with what you endorse. Don't describe it as effort if nothing progressed. Don't define it as love if it lacks any depth. You deferred every action that required intent, then reframe that inaction as circumstantial constraint. Now the narrative shifts, it's assigned to a voice like a distance emerged, independent of choice. But I've heard those exact same assertions before, just originating externally, not from her core. Not from her core. She's repeating constructed externally sourced belief, conditioned through pattern exposure and frequency. Not long prior she reached without hesitation. Now her language reflects altered narration. Adolescence amplifies instability, strain leaves perception susceptible to influence and frame. But absence creates what intrusion can fill, and silence concedes more than presence ever will. You could have established a consistent exchange, maintained communication regardless of strain. Even distant effort would counteract drift, but avoidance ensured there was nothing to resist. It is effort if nothing progressed. Don't define it as love if it lacks any depth. You deferred every action that required intent, then reframed that inaction as circumstantial constraint. Now the narrative shifts, it's assigned to a voice like a distance emerged, independent of choice. But I've heard those exact same assertions before, just originating externally, not from her. The one cultivating damage remains out of view, reconstructing perception to benefit is truth, undermining the stability to elevate self while you fail to intervene or counter it yourself. And that failure compounds every cycle it feeds, because silence reinforces the narrative she keeps. So the outcome you're facing isn't sudden or random, it's the product of patterns you chose not to challenge. You can't claim obstruction when no effort was made. You can't cite limitation you selectively obeyed. If intention was real, it would show in your actions, but absence is proof it was never a factor.